Guys, we're here today with steeped coffee and we're talking backpacking coffee yet again. I'm Ben, the bearded coffee blogger. Don't miss today's episode. Boop. What's up, Internet? This has been the Bearded Coffee Blogger, and we're back today talking about backpacking coffee options. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that my very first episode, my very first review ever was an instant coffee, kind of a high-end instant coffee named, what was the name of that stuff? Sudden Coffee. And I didn't love it. I kind of expected to love it, but I didn't love it. And I'm kind of a part-time backpacker, and I'm always looking for it. And I want lightweight on the trail, but I also want really good coffee on the trail. So I've gone to, crazy extents like, taking a hand grinder on the trail with me and taking a pour over and trying to do it that way. And it's changed every single year. My coffee setup changes a little bit every single year, but I'm always trying to make better coffee on the trail. So I was scrolling through Instagram and the ad got me, and I discovered steeped coffee. And this is like coffee in a tea bag. And so I was like, that looks cool. It sounded like it was kind of high end, like it was good coffee. So I was like, I'm going to order some of that. So I did that, and it came in the mail yesterday. And so we're checking it out for the very first time. I will say, as you can see, kind of how it looks like in here. I will say it was pretty cool. The minute I followed these guys on Instagram, they reached out to me direct message and said, thanks for the follow, and asked if I had any questions, I think, about the coffee. And I was like, actually, yeah. I was like, I'm kind of a part-time backpacker, and I just ordered some because I wanted to try it out. And they were like, oh, awesome. And the girl on there said, do you need any tips or you have any questions? And I was like, yeah, I'll take any tips you can give me. So she just kind of told me the way that she makes it and the way that her husband makes it. Apparently her husband is the CEO. So I was talking to his wife. But they also give some pretty good instructions in here for just how this works. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but what they say is put a steeped filter bag into a standard 10-ounce cup and then pour 8 ounces of water, 205 degrees on there. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Again, I've not tried this before. When I ordered this, I ordered the Sunrise blend, which is their lightest roast. But I think these guys are also starting to work with some like well-known like roasters as for an option too, which is very cool. So, it smells amazing. So very fresh in the packaging so far. It looks just like kind of a tea bag, but slightly different filter. This is a 12-ounce mug, but to be very exact, I'm going to go ahead and pour. What did it say? They say 8 ounces. Oh, wait. 8-ounce pour. Okay, so I've got markings on this guy, and I'm pouring exactly 8 ounces in here just to be very precise for the first time through. And we're going to go ahead and pour it in here. And then they say to let steep for 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and I think they, dropped it in there. I'm going to look at my watch here and see, okay, where we are. And we'll talk for a few minutes while it steeps. And I think they say to plunge it a few times. Slowly pour, agitate, dump the bag side to side, up and down until you see light brown crema form. Cool. Let it steep for 5 minutes. And then I think the lady I talked to on Instagram, she said she takes hers out after 5 minutes, but her husband, CEO, likes to just let it ride in there. And that's what they actually say in here. Here's how I steep, pro tip, let it ride. So he just says in here, and actually says some interesting things in here. He says, let it ride, leave the bag in your cup, keep it simple. The steeped coffee method is not like tea that goes bitter after a few minutes. Instead, steeped coffee keeps getting better and evolving until it plateaus, much like cupping. When professional coffee roasters and tasters cup, much like wine tasting, some roast profiles actually take over 10 to 20 minutes to hit their peak flavors, but we rarely experience our coffee's complexities with our traditional brewing methods, as water only contacts our coffee for a few seconds. As you steep your coffee, make sure to experience the taste develop to its fullest potential as you drink. So anyway, yeah, so we're just going to leave it in there. Again, we're going to let it steep for about 5 minutes. These guys, Steeped Coffee, are out of Santa Cruz, California. And I think in addition to this light roast, they had a medium roast and a dark roast and I think a decaf option. And like I said, I'm pretty sure they're working with some other roasters to put that coffee directly in here. I don't know if it says what this is, who this is from, or who this was roasted by. But I'm sure you can go to steepedcoffee.com and maybe see. This is fully compostable. That's cool. And so I'm hoping, because these people were super cool, and this is definitely easy, I'm hoping that this is going to provide a good trail coffee option, is what I'm hoping for. So I just got to tell you guys, while we're killing a few more minutes time letting this steep, I thought I knew a little bit about coffee, and as I've started this vlog and started doing all this, I've just been like researching. I've been reading more about coffee than I have in a long time. I've got a lot of books and I hadn't read all of them, so I'm trying to read through the books I've got. And then I just started discovering things on YouTube that I didn't know were there. And my mind just is being just blown up with all the new information. You know, I thought I knew a lot about coffee, and it turns out I know very little. I mean, there's just so much information and knowledge out there. So a few YouTube channels, if you're geeking out on coffee like I am, that I think you should check out. James Hoffman, who writes the World Atlas of Coffee book, and is a world barista champion from, like 10 years ago or more. He's got a channel. It's really interesting, learning a lot from him. Barista Hustle has a YouTube channel that they post on some, and their website, Barista Hustle, is just packed with kind of cool, geeky information. They also have a coffee subscription service that I just went ahead and joined. And the thing I like about their subscription service is it has really unique coffees. So it's not just like all the stuff that's kind of readily available. It's a lot of stuff I've never heard of before. So really good coffees, really unique coffees. I'm looking forward to that. Always forget the guy's name, but the guy who started Cat and Cloud Coffee, sorry, bro, I can't remember your name. But he's got his own channel, and Cat and Cloud's got a channel. So I'm checking those out. And then Scott Rayo, I think that's his name, who's written a bunch of books about how to brew and roast and everything. He's got a channel with some cool stuff on it. Sump Coffee, which is, I was there today in Nashville. They've got a cool channel that's posted to occasionally. So just lots of things. And I may occasionally on this channel bring you like my top 2 or 3 things I've learned recently that have been amazing. And so you can look forward to that in addition to the coffee tasting and all that sort of stuff. We may occasionally do that. So we're almost there, almost to 5 minutes, I think. And then I'm going to take the bag out and we're just going to go ahead and try it. But I'm pumped about steep coffee. So let's go ahead and let's give it. We'll count down here from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that's right at about 5 minutes. Even though they said to let it ride, I just want to taste this without the bag in there for a second. All right. Okay. So the aroma out of here, really good. This is 205 degree water, which is I think what they recommend. It's cooled substantially now. Okay, and so what I'm noticing, it's definitely not got the aroma of like I just ground the coffee in the cup. It did kind of out of there, but not the same way. But it doesn't have an unpleasant aroma at all. It smells like I'm not getting it as much as I would on the nose, but it's there. And I'm getting kind of just a little bit of some floral notes. It kind of has a sweet smell, which bodes well. This is still really, really hot. Really hot. Let me do this. Let me see if I can not make a huge mess. A little bit of sediment in the bottom there. So a little bit of sediment coming through that filter. I'm just trying to cool this down just a tad and aerate it just a tad. Because it is stinking hot. All right, see if that helps. Yeah, so I'm getting kind of a caramel nuttiness and a little bit of florality on the nose. It smells very pleasant. Let me see if I think I can taste it now. It's not too hot. Okay. So already, I would say, big improvement over Sudden, in my opinion. Okay, so it's got that carameled, sugary nuttiness that's very reminiscent. I don't know what this is, but it's very reminiscent of like a Colombian or a Guatemalan coffees I love. Right there in the middle. So there's medium body coffee. It's kind of got that sweetness right there in the middle. Very pleasant, honestly. The acidity is muted compared to a freshly ground cup. But that's kind of to be expected. It's got maybe just a taste, a hair bit of like, stale's the wrong word. But you can just tell, because I don't want to, I actually really like this. This may become my backpacking coffee. So already guys steeped like, and I don't know them. I wasn't given this coffee. I bought it with my own money. All that sort of stuff. But already steeped coffee. Like, I got to say, there's a couple other, like, portable coffee things I'm going to try. But right now, you guys are in first place. But I want to be very honest. So, I taste just a tad bit of what might be kind of like a pre-ground, kind of older coffee flavor in there. But just a tad. Because overall, what I get is that really, like, this is nobody would hate this coffee sort of coffee. Like, this is, to me, this is a real crowd pleaser. Real crowd pleaser. And again, that sugary, caramelized kind of nuttiness that's reminiscent of good, balanced, medium-bodied Latin American coffee. So I love that. Like, I could drink this all the time and be pretty happy. I'm missing just a little bit of the acidity that would be present if like I just made a pour over for myself with the coffee that this was made from. But overall, and maybe with the let it ride here method, because I'm not obeying that, maybe it's going to get even sweeter and bring out even more of that acidity that I'm missing a little bit. But otherwise, oh yeah, it might already be better just since I put the bag back in. So maybe I'm just screwing up. So I gotta say, like, that's a great coffee. It's a great coffee. This reminds me a little bit of like if you go in the mall, and my wife loves these, and get those German roasted pecans. At least our mall in Nashville, they like are roasting them fresh. And it has a little bit of like whatever that kind of, I guess that's what I'm tasting a lot. Whatever that kind of like sugar baked on roasted candied finish on top of the nut, like it has that sort of thing in this. So this is, if you needed like emergency coffee in a plane, you didn't want to drink the plane's coffee, but you can get hot water in a plane, great option. You're a backpacker, great option. You're going somewhere and you know they're going to offer you coffee, but it's going to be awful, but they have hot water, great option. You could like just bring your own coffee, and maybe even just some like SOS emergency coffee in your car. Like that would be a great option. So this right now is the best trail coffee alternative that I've ever tasted. So I'm super pumped about this. Steeped coffee, I'm not going to rate this because it doesn't really compare to normal coffee, but well, sure, I'll rate it. Why not? I would say this is like a 3.75 for me. 3.75 out of 5. Really good. I really like it. The main thing I'm missing from this compared to regular coffee, again, is just a little bit of acidity, but like I'm totally digging this. I'm going to drink the rest of this cup when I turn the video off, and I'm going to relax and watch YouTube videos probably, because that's what I do. So anyway, dude, guys, check out Steeped Coffee. Again, at Steeped Coffee on Instagram, steepedcoffee.com on the internet. I bought this straight from them. I don't know if it's on Amazon or anything like that yet, but check them out. These guys are doing great things. This is a great portable coffee option. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this blog. If you're liking the content in general, I've had a lot of like friends and family, people that are following me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I've gotten a lot of love just from like direct messages and things like that. Ben, I love watching the blog. Thank you so much. For any of you that have said that, for any of you that's taken a minute out of your day just to watch me geek out about coffee, I love you. Thank you for watching. If you want to continue to help me spread the love by liking the video, commenting below on YouTube, sharing it on social media, all that sort of stuff, that definitely helps get the word out and build the channel, and I super appreciate it. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing that, that would be A-okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Catch you later.